Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Akron's hottest and fastest growing show, Three Throw to Go. I'm your host, Hank Forrester, coming to you live from Stakeout Studios atop the bridge in Acme number 1. Today, we get to meet the folks from Jobs, but before we do that, let's have a big round of applause for Lindy. Yay.
How you doing, Hank?
I'm just, here, I'll hit the button. I'm just living the dream.
All right, today's episode is brought to us by Stray Dog Food Cart, making Akron more Acrony since 2009. The carts have hit the streets, so look out for them around town. You can stop by their flagship location underneath the main Akron Library, or you can head out to Northside Marketplace as well, and I cannot wait to go back there. It was amazing.
It was fun.
I'm excited to see what new vendors they have. Today's show is also brought to us by Acme Fresh Markets. It is Berry Bonanza Week. So you can get your choice of strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. There's the P in there, raspberries. For just $1.79 a package. Also head to the Acme Store's website and check out all the rules for the Top Shopper Contest. Every time you shop from now until June 12th, there's going to be top 500 shoppers that are going to be entered into a grand prize drawing to win their choice of either a 5-day cruise for 2, a luxury Vegas weekend for 2, or $5,000 in Acme Fresh Market gift cards.
Am I eligible? I don't think I'm eligible. I'm guessing I'm not eligible to enter that.
I would probably say no.
See, we shop here all the time, though. It's just not fair. But I'm kind of spokesman-y, so I don't think there's probably like a friends and family and like workers clause or something.
Probably.
All right, so folks, today's also brought to us by Cycling Solutions. If you're in need of bike repairs, which you see the weather's finally starting to change. It's been so rainy, but now there's going to be some sunshine. And everybody, if you're like me, you just wait, and then all of a sudden you go to use your bike and like it doesn't work. Okay, well, go to Cycling Solutions. Tom is amazing. His expertise is second to none. And more importantly, if you guys ride like any kind of distances, he can help you feel better. You know how you don't sit right, or your seat's not right, or your feet aren't right. He can help do fittings for you, and he can help you feel better about riding your bike. So check out Cycling Solutions. They're located right here in Copley, just down the road, so make sure you check them out. In addition, today's also brought to us by Nick's Landscaping. Nick's is located conveniently on the border right between Norton and Copley, and they've been taking care of yards for more than 20 years. No project is too big or too small, and they got the easiest phone number on earth to remember. That's 330-666-7000. So give them a call today. Now, on top of all of our sponsors, we would like to introduce a new sponsor. I just turned the sign around. It is right here. And that, folks, is Mobile Screen of Ohio. Mobile Screen of Ohio is a premier provider of workplace substance abuse testing. They offer comprehensive compliance, consulting, as well as collection programs and services dedicated to helping companies reduce and manage risk and exposure within their work environments. Whether you're an employer, a government entity, or a concerned parent, Mobile Screen of Ohio provides a complete line of drug and alcohol testing services and all kinds of programs to fit your needs. So check them out. They're our latest sponsor as we continue to grow. Yay.
You're going to run out of room on the table.
I know we are running out of room on the table. We're going to start hanging signs from the ceiling here in a little bit, which is good. That means people are getting the word out on 3-Throw to Go, and we're helping get the word out on them. All right, let me flip my page here. So without further ado, today's show is, first of all, thanks for tuning in for our walkabouts. In the past couple of weeks, I went to the Bounce open house for the main floor opening up for Bounce. So that's the Bounce Innovation Hub over on Main and Akron. So we checked that place out. It's absolutely amazing. And the new eSports facility is incredible. So if you're into video gaming at all, go check out the eSports facility. It's part of the University of Akron's program. You can actually go to school now and get a scholarship to play video games. Okay?
Play or create?
Play. Play. It's a sport now.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's like you go to college to play soccer, you go to college to play football. You can now go to college and get paid to play video games.
Man, where was that when I wanted to play
I know.
Skyrim?
Hey, just that's how the world is now. Okay. And also I went to talk to the guy about the mosquito program down in Norton and Copley. That was cool. I had a chance to meet with the folks from the BMV about how to get your driver's license. So that video's up. And also last week I went to the Copley Better Block event. So we did a lot of walkabouts in the last 10 days or so. So check all those out. But today we switch our focus and we're going to talk about a different part of Akron. And we haven't necessarily neglected it, I would say. But there just hasn't been a whole lot to talk about until recently. And now there is. So without further ado, today we're going to talk about Kenmore, Ohio, which is part of Akron. It's considered a suburb, I guess you would consider it. So let's have a big round of applause over here for Jen, everybody. All right, so Jen is friend of 3-3 to Go. She's been on our show twice now? Once.
Yeah, this will be twice.
This will be the second one, but this is your show.
This is my show, yeah.
So you were on the adoption and foster care show, which thanks for doing that. But during that show, I didn't really get a chance to talk about you. There were so many people on there.
Yeah.
All right, so it's more about your story in regards to that stuff, okay? But today, we want to hear about you. So
Yay.
tell us I always start by, and I'm going to shut up. She's going to run this interview because I talked too much in the last 10 days because of all my DJing and stuff. So the last question I'll ask for now for a while is, tell us your Akron story.
Okay, so my Akron story is I actually born and raised in Akron, grew up in Kenmore, graduated from Kenmore. Our roots are deep. Like my grandma broke ground for the church I grew up in Kenmore. So very rooted in the Kenmore area. We lived here all my life actually. Did that, went to the University of Akron for a little bit. We live in the west side of Akron right now, my husband and I. We do have 3 foster children right now. So life is fun and interesting because they're 2, 3, and 4.
Wow. Hold on. You deserve one of these.
But yeah, so it was when we got married and we actually got back into the church and started going to Grace. Like I was like looking for something to do with my skill sets, being in the culinary field. Like I can ice carve, fruit and vegetable carve, like a cake deck, like all of it. And I'm like, what can I do at the church to volunteer? And other than really like cooking for the tech team on Saturdays, which I do sometimes, and then funerals, there's not a lot of my skill set. So that's kind of how I happened upon Karen and the rest of the people at First Glance and then Jobs Program and stuff like that. So
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, and I know Karen from our life group through church, so I've gotten to know her really well, and I kind of served with her a little bit when she was doing the transition from the teen moms over to the jobs and mentoring some of the girls and stuff. So that was really cool. So tell us a little bit more about like what is the jobs program?
Okay.
I don't think a lot of people maybe even know that it's there.
Right. So actually the jobs program has kind of like been running like side by side with the teen mom program for most of the teen mom identity. And it was kind of like the jobs program is like the next step. Like after you kind of got the parenting thing down and you get over some of the humps and whatnot, like you do need to provide for your family. And it's hard because when, you know, a lot of our girls are single moms. So it's like, okay, well, how do you provide like sitting or, you know, babysitters and different, you know, if they don't have a lot of experience because they basically are 13 and had a baby and they've never worked, how can we help them? So what JOBS actually stands for, it stands for Jump on Board for Success. So that's what we're trying to do. We want these girls to succeed. We want them to dream bigger than they thought they could dream. And alongside there's a mentor with them to help them, whether they need help with education, to know where to go from there, whether they need help like maybe interviewing, like practice interviewing and different things like that. So each mentor and mentee relationship is like very different. It just depends on how much the girl wants to get involved in with the mentor and different things like that.
Okay. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what kind of things people can volunteer with and like how we would get in touch with someone to be able to volunteer.
Okay, so there's a few different ways to volunteer. One, for the culinary classes, we always need babysitters. We provide babysitters for the moms that participate in the culinary program so the kids can play and moms can just concentrate on the cooking. And then actually what we do is we, at the end of each week, we sit down and eat everything we just cook family style. So the sitters, the kids, everybody comes and sits and eats, and we have like one big dinner party each week. The other way is to be a mentor. You can totally sign up to be a mentor for any of the girls, not just the culinary girls. There's a whole, the culinary part is what everybody sees, but there's like a nursing program back behind there. There's a cosmetology, like there's other things like other girls are interested in that are behind the scenes. I'm just the one that's loud and out front. So that's what everybody kind of associates with it. But no, there's more than just the culinary part of it. And then on our Facebook page, there is a button that says sign up, and you can sign up to either be a volunteer, like a mentor, or you can sign up to be a girl in the program.
Okay, awesome.
Well, real quick. So there's a new feature on Facebook on the pages, the way that they operate. So for folks that follow shows and follow pages, they now get recognition, okay? So I want to point out, take a look at Cindy Havlick Thompson. She just said nice shirt because I'm wearing a $5 Acme stripe. I've literally changed my whole Browns wardrobe to all $5 shirts from Acme, okay? You could get like 20 of them for the price of one jersey, right? So take a look at what she just commented. Do you see the little diamond?
Little top fan.
You see it? It says top fan. It's a brand new program that Facebook offers. So Cindy, you are a top fan of 3 to Go. And I'm feeling generous. I'm going to give her an Acme gift card. I'm going to give her an Acme gift card. Let's hit this one. Where's applause right there. So Cindy, Nick is not eligible because Nick is part of the 3 to Go network, and he's the other top fan. But Cindy, you are now recognized as a top fan. I'm giving you a gift card, $5 Acme gift card going to you. Thanks for being our top fan. All right.
I noticed that on my
Isn't that cool?
my business page that I'm working with other people in the same.
All of a sudden, there's diamonds showing up. So, all right, I promise I'll shut up. Go on.
Thanks.
Okay.
So is this only focused in Kenmore then?
So our main hub and focus has normally been Kenmore, but we have some girls from Barberton, we have a couple from Stowe. It's just it's generally, you know, friends of friends of the program, the girls in the program usually send their friends over. It's usually like word of mouth, or somebody knows a family that has a daughter, with a young child, and like get us in contact with them. So, but no, we are based out of Kenmore right now. We are very thankful that Park United Methodist lets us use their kitchen for the culinary classes, and then we can have like our general meetings and different things out of there too.
I went there and I stuffed eggs last year for Easter.
Okay.
And there were so many eggs. Oh my goodness. So tell us, obviously, anything you do ministry based, anything you do, things like 330 to go. How is this funded?
So originally, one of the co-founders originally funded the whole program many, many years ago. She now has a heart for the Ukraine, and she's doing the jobs program partly here, but mostly in Ukraine, and doing the same thing with the girls over there. So we've got some of that money to do the U.S. So we joke that we're international now, so donations. We have a couple churches that donate for babysitting every month. We were awarded, Kenmore Neighborhood Alliance was awarded a grant, which jobs and some of the new businesses in Kenmore can then partake in some of that money. So we were able to actually fund the culinary part of the jobs for 2 years. So with this grant that we were able to get from CareSource, which was huge. That was like a 9-month process and 2 trips to Dayton and presentations and different things like that. So we're really excited because we can do more now than I was doing when I was just volunteering and, kind of making it up as I go and different things like that. So
Look, Nick just tuned in. Nick's like, I'm a top fan too. Nick, I just explained that I don't think you're eligible based on your 330 to go network status in regards to your contract. Check your contract to see if you're eligible for gift card giveaways. All right, so about that. First of all, don't shy away from the fact that you're international in regards to having that connection. That's cool.
It is, but you know what I mean. I know it is. It is cool, and I told it's funny because Karen created.
Okay.
So Karen. Number 2 is the one who's doing the Ukraine, and I told her, well, let me know when I get my passport. I'll come teach them how to cook over there too, So no, we just kind of joked about it, but she's had a heart for the Ukraine forever.
Okay.
That's why I haven't heard from her in a while.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened to Karen number 2?
Bazinga.
So that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, then she was in Florida for the winter, so.
Yeah. Oh, I knew about that part.
Yeah.
I was like, please send me in your luggage or something.
I don't know. Here. This one's for you. A little sad violin action. It sounded very whiny.
Shut up.
No, you're stuck here in Ohio with all of us.
Yeah. I'll take
Back to the funding real quick in regards to, it's grant writing, right? Mm-hmm. And then once you do the writing, you got to go do all those presentations and stuff. So in other words, it's not like you just roll out of bed and say, hey, I think I'm going to do this. And then they just hand you a pile of money, right?
No.
It's a real extraneous process.
It is a process. And, and Tina and all them at Kenmore Neighborhood Alliance, like they did a lot of the work. We did some of the work. I went down once with Tina to Dayton and once with Karen, number 1, because basically, and we got very lucky that, our presentation sold it better than our writing did the first time around, that they actually took us out of the one thing that we were going for and put us in with the big guys, and that actually got us more money for more time.
Okay.
But we had to then go down a second time and for the entire board of directors of the CareSource Foundation and do another presentation for them.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean it takes a while. Like they rewrote that thing like 5 or 6 times before they even like submitted it and changed everything and stuff. So it was crazy. It was intense.
Okay.
So if someone, let's say like a mom doesn't have Facebook or Instagram or somewhere to get connected like via online, they don't have Wi-Fi, for example, they don't think to maybe go to the library and look at that. Is there a way that they can get connected through like the location that you guys have? Is there a way they can get connected with somebody in a direct location? Yeah, I mean, if they call like the Park Methodist Church, I'm sure they can tell us. The email is very simple: jumpOnBoardForSuccess@gmail.com. So even if they would, even stop in at the Kenmore Neighborhood Alliance and say, hey, I'm interested in this,
they can then point them in a direction or give them Karen's number.
Awesome.
There are ways. And Kenmore, everybody knows everybody. And so there are ways to find out how to get in touch with us.
Awesome. So tell us, what is the success rate of this program, and then kind of how do you measure that success rate of the girls completing the program?
Okay, so measuring success is different for each girl because each girl kind of comes in with a different agenda, a different history, a different struggle. So basically, for the grant purposes, basically the ones that actually go through all 3 courses, each course is 6 weeks long. They have to commit to it. There's no excuse unless it's a huge emergency. So they're going through 18 weeks of classes before they get a certificate. They then, can get jobs. Basically, once they finish the class, they can walk into any restaurant and pretty much be like a food prep.
Wow, that's awesome.
So they're learning what I learned in culinary school. They're learning what I've learned just from experience and stuff like that. So success is different. One of the girls, they want to open a bakery. So that's where we started Blessed with Flavor. So we've been doing different bakery stuff. Some of the girls are currently working at fast food restaurants, but then they want to move to fine dining. So it's different. So I've been doing the program, the culinary part, for 3 years. And I would say we've had, I think, 12 to 15 graduates through the program, and that's not doing it steadily all year, every year. We take summer off and different. We kind of follow Akron Public School system, school like that. And then the other girls in the program that aren't doing anything that you just have to complete, but they're doing soft skills. So they're learning the interview thing. So if they interview and get different jobs in different fields, that's how you can measure that with the other girls. And some girls have started coming to Grace with us and stuff too. So there's different varying amounts of success with the different girls throughout the years. Some have finished cosmetology school and do hair and nails now, so it's just, there's a whole array of things that are going on. So
that's awesome.
Okay, before we go on to the next part, shameless plug. If you notice, I got my Mike's Hard Lemonade over here, okay? Not a sponsor, all right? Not a sponsor. If you are a local brewery, if you're a local beverage whoever that provides drink options for Acme, contact 3 Throw to Go. We'd be happy to have you as a sponsor. I will place your beverage on the set wherever you want it, okay? Just like that. So Mike's, I learned this from the PLX show. Okay, not a sponsor. All right, just letting you know it's there though. All right, next part. Go on.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
He forgets to move his.
Not a sponsor. No, not a sponsor.
Oh my goodness. So I love to eat, and I just now realize, looking at this question, that there's a new place I can go eat. So tell us, what is the Little Bit Cafe at 992 Kenmore Boulevard?
Okay, so.
And take your time.
Oh, okay.
Give us the story.
Okay. So let me burst your bubble. It's not open yet. So 2 years ago, Kenmore did a better block just like Copley just did. And through that resurgence and community pride and different things, there's been different studies done. There's always been people wanting a coffee shop and a cafe and a restaurant and stuff on the boulevard. So finally, 2 years later, we are at the point where drawings have been submitted. Summit County Health Department has approved it. We're halfway through building and permits. So we're hoping mid-June we can actually do the big construction. We've torn out some tile and tore down one of the fake walls that was there and different things like that doesn't require permitting, but we can do that. But Little Bit Cafe kind of just came from, I was brought in as the last, as an extension of the chef that's going to be doing it. And then basically there's 3 of us kind of spearheading it and running it and taking charge. But we're going to have a little bit of everything.
Okay.
We're going to have a twist. We're going to do some twists on some comfort foods to make them street food. We're going to have different healthy foods since they've connected the bike lane through all the way to downtown, so people can ride their bikes all the way there. So we're going to have some healthy options. We're going to have some of your comfort foods, some of your late night stuff, because we got the Rialto and the live music now, so we'll be open later night so people can get food before and after the shows and different things that are happening on the boulevard and different things like that. And then the Blessed with Flavor girls from the Jobs program will then provide the desserts for the restaurant.
Have you ever had any Blessed by Flavor food?
No.
Okay, I've had several.
I
The
never
most
even heard of
the
it,
most
honestly.
recent was St. Patty's Day Irish car bomb cupcakes, and they were labeled adults only. They were in the fridge at a program I'm not going to mention by name, okay, on Saturdays, all right? And they were in there, and it's adults only. Take home, Hank, take home. So where? Give me an idea. Where is this located in regards to like if I'm looking at like Rite Aid area, like Family Dollar? Where from there?
If you're looking there, I mean, if you look basically out across the street, where you see like the comic books, you're just down that way, the corner of 15th and the Boulevard. We're right there on the corner.
Okay.
Literally on the same side as the Rialto and Live Music Now, so we're there.
I delivered Kenmore. Okay, so this was what 3 or 4 years ago. It's with Tommy. It's with Tommy, who was he was on the show. It was the first show of this season when we talked about UPS and FedEx drivers. So I jumped. I was a jumper for a winter because it's one of those deals. I had some free time, so it's to make extra cash and stuff. Okay, so it's the guy that you see that's sitting in the chair next to the driver. It's in literally a jump seat, like a parachute jump seat. So they hand you the package, you run it to the door, yada, yada. So I literally delivered Kenmore. So I'm very familiar with the Kenmore area. Now, of all that being said, there's this little gem in Kenmore I want to touch on the Boulevard, okay? And I know them personally because I've DJed there several times. It's called Old Cafe 97, okay? It's like literally in the middle of like warehouses. Like you're driving, you got the address and you're going there for an event and you're driving and you're like, am I in the right place right now? It's all like these industrial, like older warehouses. And then bam, there's just like a little house. It's like a little brick house. Looks like an old bed and breakfast or something. And you go in and it is absolutely gorgeous. Like the woods, the mahoganies. It's so rich and vibrant. And then you go in the backyard and it's like this reception oasis, like in the middle of nowhere, right? So check out, the point is, Kenmore has these little nuggets that you may or not know about, and they're making this huge effort now to kind of bring that area back to its prominence, back from when the rubber industry was really big in town, because Kenmore was a huge part of the rubber industry, and that's a lot of the reason why it did fade over the years. So this is all that effort to bring it back, okay? So I want to touch with you about the Better Block thing, okay? So I went to the Copley Better Block last week, and I had never, I don't know, I just never heard of it before.
Like a block party?
It's not. It's what it is. It's like a neighborhood community program that is designed to take an area that may or may not have a good reputation and make it better. Okay.
It kind of gives you that illusion, like if all the storefronts were filled, this is what this area would look like, and this is what the community is asking for.
So they brought in,
revamp it, essentially.
yeah, they bring in like a ton of like furniture. So there's all kinds of patio furniture lying in Copley, right? And it was right on the Copley-Hawkins intersection. So it's an intersection where there's like a few restaurants and stuff, but it's not like you wouldn't consider hopping or high end, okay? But it was hopping. For a couple days, it was hopping. And, I happened to be there. The Minority Affairs Liaison for the state of Ohio was there. And he gave a speech, and I happened to be there for that. And then you watch, all the politicians were there in and out throughout the course of the 2 days. So I saw them all posting on my social media because I'm friends with a lot of them now. But the point is, so that what you're saying is now here we are 2 years later. So the Better Block event you feel had a significant impact on the direction that Kenmore decided to go.
It did, because not only like there's also, besides us opening, there's they just signed contracts for a coffee shop to open up there too. There's actually there's 6 music studios in Kenmore.
Well, Lay's is one of them, right?
That's the guitar shop,
right.
And different things like that.
Okay.
But if you didn't know it, because they don't really advertise, but there's like always somebody recording. There's music always going on down there. So they're really trying to bring the music scene there, and there's other shops that are kind of opening to go along with that and different things like that. So it's not a fast process, but it's working. Like things are happening. You just have to see the bigger vision of all of that.
Yeah.
We got to give a shout out to Karen too. She's watching. So hi,
Karen.
Karen.
Karen's watching.
Karen's watching.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi, Karen. Karen had a.
No, this is Karen too.
This is Karen too.
Yeah.
There's Karens all over the place. I don't know anything.
This is Karen too, who's like doing the Ukraine stuff.
She's what? She's watching from there right now?
No, maybe.
Okay.
No, she's in town.
I was like, what? Hey, we're an international show. Paris watches us all the time, right? All right. So that being said, now, so it brings us to this week, okay? And now, as you mentioned with the music, there's a lot of these little rocker shops that are all right there, okay? Mm-hmm. And now they're gonna kind of open their doors and they're gonna put on a nice little concert on Friday.
Porch Rocker?
Yeah, it's kind of like Porch Rocker, but
last year they called it like Bus Till Dusk.
Okay.
And it's kind of like your town troubadours, kind of thing. And then like there's people playing out music everywhere. There's food trucks. There's different things like that. But yeah, they're like from 6 to 9 on Friday.
It's like a rock the block type of thing.
Yeah, and all kinds of different music, and it's all local artists. Most of the artists are from Kenmore, if not like the right local Akron area. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. The Jobs Girls are going to be selling some of. It is a black and red Pride event. This is like
And they're doing a pep rally?
They're doing a pep rally.
Yeah. Are they involved in like the Kenmore High School banner?
Well, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But I know they want like all like the years you graduated, like what decade can rock it the loudest and show their black and red pride and stuff. So we're going to make some cardinal cookies. We're going to make some cake cookies and other different chocolates and stuff
That's
for them
fantastic.
to sell. And we're actually going to sell them right outside where Little Bit will be.
Okay.
So they can kind of see
just the idea. Okay.
The idea of where everything's going.
All right, and go ahead.
No.
We're planning on being there. So 3 Throw to Go, that's our next official show event. We're actually going to be there. I think I'm getting media credentials and the whole deal, so that'll be cool if I get a little badge and the whole deal. So, we're going to cover that. And so this is the beginning. So this is like Kenmore week for 330 to go for us. Okay. So let's close it up. What are some final thoughts that you'd like to share with everybody?
Final thoughts. We can always use more mentors. So please volunteer. The other thing is the next round of culinary starts in August. So a whole new group of girls can come in, and I can do between 5 to 6 girls with the space that we're at. So if I use teen mom, young mom, 13 to 35 is like our age cutoff.
And not limited to Kenmore per se.
Preferably, but not limited.
Okay.
So have them fill out the application. There's a little interview. But if you're really interested in it, that's what we're here for. And I'm so excited. Like we're in like our final few weeks of like these girls graduating. And a friend of mine got a chef from Las Vegas who's actually vacationing in Ohio this week, and she's going to be our guest chef this week, and I'm so excited.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the thought of vacationing in Ohio from Vegas. It's like, well, honestly, if you live in Vegas, Ohio's like a break from it.
I believe her family lives in Millersburg and stuff, so she's going to come up and actually teach the girls, and she works for a celebrity chef, but she's a mom, and she started her culinary career late. So I'm excited for the girls to see like you can do this late in life. Like you don't have to do it right out of high school, and like any opportunity comes along, you should take it, and that's where you learn from. So,
okay. Folks, big round of applause for Jen being on our show.
Thanks, guys.
Yay. All right, guys, I hope, as usual, we try to just be helpful. I mean, that's our goal and our mission here at 330 to Go. And whenever we hear stories like this, we're very encouraged by what's going on in the 330 area. In this specific instance, to help teen moms and moms who are struggling and may need some help. And just to to give them a hand up and to help them to get on their feet. So thank you so much for allowing us to share this information with you. If you're interested in becoming a volunteer, please reach out to
the Facebook page, Jump On Board for Success, or just email us at jumponboardforsuccess@gmail.com.
As we mentioned earlier, we're going to be live upcoming Friday from the inaugural Kenmore First Friday event. Then next weekend, so Friday we're covering Kenmore, and then on Sunday is a big day for Sheena and Sheena's Platinum Movements. We're going to be live behind the scenes at the Akron Library on stage, covering what goes on behind the scenes of a dance recital. Okay, so this is way outside my comfort zone. On top of that, I've been in active training with 24 other dads. And we're going to be doing a daddy-daughter dance to start that recital on June 9th. So we're all looking forward to that. This is with all like 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old daughters. So there's a lot that could go right, and there's a lot that cannot, okay? So we'll be covering that and the hectic view that goes on behind the scenes. Until then, I don't know where I'm going, but there ain't no sense of being late. Ladies, if you would join me, please say goodnight, Shirley.
This podcast is a copyright of Moon Garden Media Limited.
Oh, just a lot of peanut butter.